I am obviously back at work, and just want to talk a little bit about the road trip Dad and I did, kind of the backstory prior and why we did it. In a nutshell, Dad's Parkinson's in 20 years has gotten really, really bad, and in the last 6 months to a year progressed quite quickly to shocking levels. So that doesn't really get shown in the video that I shot, because when things are bad, either he's fallen or I have to pick him up, or I'm gonna have him in a wheelchair, or he just needs my help. I can't really film it, you know, it doesn't make any sense. It's not a good thing to do. And I think I want to film this clip here to tell the story that I wasn't able to film on the road. Basically, what it comes down to a lot of times, or especially in my case, is that California hates old people. If you are disabled, which Dad has been since his early 50s with Parkinson's disease, or if you have some sort of mental handicap, or you're not fit to work, you are out of luck. You're basically on the streets, which might be why they have such a problem with homeless. So, and you know, obviously I get worked up over this stuff because it's pretty close to home. This is the dude that raised me, the dude that saved my life as a kid, and just really an important person who made some difficult decisions to benefit me and my life to the detriment of his life. So the least I can do is things like this for him. Back to California. He moved there probably like 7 years ago and loves it there. Doesn't want to leave. Definitely doesn't want to move back to New Jersey. He doesn't want to do this. So that was the hard part for me, is trying to convince him why, and why again, and why again, and Dad, we can't afford it. So to take care of Dad in California is between $7,000 and $10,000 a month. When I can't afford that. Not many people can, which is another point of doing this video, is a middle finger up to California. Like, you're the third or the fifth largest economy in the world, depending on how you measure it. You should take better care of your tax-paying folk, you know? So we have to move him. We're gonna move him to New Jersey to be close to his brother, because his Parkinson's has gotten to a point where he needs an advocate. He needs someone to make sure his pills, he can't be in charge of his pills. Let me backtrack a little bit. He was in independent living before, which is basically like kind of a nice hotel room, and you walk downstairs, your food is taken care of for you. That's it. Other than that, you're pretty autonomous. You take care of yourself. You take care of all your random needs. Independent living switch up, as far as the US goes, it's called assisted living. And that is where someone can do your meds, someone can help you on and off the toilet, someone can help you in and out of bed, someone can help you get dressed, cooking food, showering. These are things for assisted living, and there's levels inside assisted living. It's a broad spectrum. Like, Dad really just needs help with meds at this point. Should things progress, and obviously the cost goes up. Oh, it's such a dirty for-profit system geared towards taking all of your money from you before you die. So back to Dad. We gotta get him to New Jersey. He needs an advocate. His brother's a badass. His brother's a drummer, career drummer his whole life, and just a straight up dude that I reached out to him probably about a year ago. Like, hey man, Dad's getting bad. You could really use your help. He's like, why didn't you ask me earlier? Like, I don't know. And so he really came to the plate with this one, and did a ton of paperwork, found some really nice options for Dad in New Jersey. Again, a place he doesn't want to go. And imagine that. Imagine not only do you have a degenerative neurological disease, but your life is no longer in your control. Other people, me and his brother, are making decisions for him. It just sucks. It sucks for him. To know Dad as he was, it's brutal. Like, he's a really independent, kick-ass human. So it's just been hard. You finally saw the light, and he said he didn't want to fly, so I was like, well, I'll drive you. And we've done road trips before, and I thought it'd be cool, you know, kind of in a moment in time for him to just have like an adventure and say goodbye to California and think, and a lot of it was quiet, you know, especially as we crossed the country and got to Denver, and then east of Denver, it's pretty boring, and he didn't talk very much. He was just thinking, and I just let him think, and when he wanted to ask questions or say something, he would, but I'd ask him a little bit, but all of this is quite hard. And again, a reason for this little clip here is to tell the backstory, but then the behind the scenes. So the first 3 nights on the road, I shared a room with him because I wasn't sure how much of a fall risk he was. And turns out he wasn't. But what's happening now, in addition to the degenerative neurological disease, is getting what's called Parkinson's dementia. So he'd wake up multiple times in the night, get out of bed, unpack his clothes, fold them, try to get coffee at 4 in the morning, turn on the light to look for something. He would put all of his clothes in the top shelf of a closet. He'd put all his toiletry into a little bag the hair dryer's in. Like, he just got on these night missions, which would keep me up, and I had to drive all day. And so that ended quite. I was like, Dad, if you can't sort this out, we're flying. Can't do it. I'm just so tired on the road. And it dawned on me, like, he's not really a fall risk. He's not gonna like fall in the shower. He's just not at that point yet. So we got separate rooms. It was way easier, way more fun. And that was, you know, the national parks part of the trip. Basically leaving California heading east is just the kick-ass place after kick-ass place. It's unreal. I'll never get tired of driving across America. It's bullshit good. It's so. How do we get all of these national parks that are like better than the best national park? Each one is like separately better than the best national park in other countries. Anyway, not being American over. That was awesome. That was fun. We always had cool shit to do, and it was still hard though. I mean, I'm still carrying us both. Dad locks up a lot. We gotta make sure the wheelchair with us, and the pills are 7 doses of between 4 and 10 pills daily. So there's a huge pill structure and upkeep to have all his strips ready. And yeah, I think that's kind of it. There were lots of just kind of moments that we had that I wish I could have filmed, but not appropriate, not even halfway worth it, than to connect with the harshness, the love, but just to have, like, see it across his face. He realizes that he's losing his mind. It's not all there anymore. It's hard. And the reason I'm getting emotional now is because I don't want that there. No, it's just not fair. Parkinson's was bad enough. Like, the other shit on top. Yeah, it's a bit much. It's a bit much. But yeah, we're dealing with it as best we can. It's a lot for him to carry. It's a big load. And he handled it with grace and dignity and class. This is why I do shit for him. I'm proud of that man. He's a man. Just fucking handles it. Inspirational dude. I gotta get back to work.